east-west, but all eyes on that one in the middle, Hurricane Maria. Devastated islands back in the crosshairs. Our Rob Marciano with the new advisory just in. Plus, return to ruins. Our reporter with the caravan into the Keys, the hardest hit area, open for the first time. What residents are coming back to, and the dire warning from officials. Acid attack, 4 young women, all Boston College students studying abroad, waiting for a train in France when suddenly they're sprayed in the face with acid. And Ferris wheel fall, a carnival worker trying to free children stuck on a ride, losing his balance. The terrifying moments and rescue all caught on camera.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Yamas. And we begin with the latest weather threat and a new hurricane. Hurricane Maria, strengthening and moving towards the storm-battered Caribbean, along with Puerto Rico. Just one of 3 storms now churning in the Atlantic, along with Jose and Lee. Maria taking aim at a region already devastated by Hurricane Irma. Forecasters and millions of Americans up and down the East Coast keeping a watchful eye on Maria's possible track. Images from Irma still so fresh, and the cleanup in some areas just getting underway. Let's get right to ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano, who is now on his way to Puerto Rico. Rob?
And Tom, Puerto Rico could be looking at a Category 3 storm come Wednesday. Look at the satellite picture. If this thing really has developed pretty rapidly today, a Category 1 storm with 75-mile-an-hour winds. It's to the east of Barbados by about 150 miles. It'll become a Category 2 storm, then hit the islands Monday night into Tuesday. We've got warnings and watches up for the same islands that got hit by Irma. And then getting to Puerto Rico, looks like Wednesday as a Category 3 storm, continuing on towards the Turks and Caicos. We do have to talk about Jose. It's just off the coast of the Carolinas there. We'll be abreast tomorrow afternoon and stay offshore, but we'll be close enough to the northeast shoreline to where we have tropical storm watches now posted for winds that could gust over 40 or 50 miles an hour, even in Long Nantucket. Could be a stormy Tuesday across the northeast, Tom.
Rob, we'll keep a close eye on Jose, but let's go back to Hurricane Maria. The path for now looks very similar to Irma, but a different type of danger as far as the track is concerned down the road for the U.S.?
Well, certainly for the U.S., we're hoping that the track changes, but at least right now it's very similar. It's a time of year where they cross over the Caribbean islands like Irma did, like Maria is expected to do, but our computer models are hinting that it may go out to sea, but certainly the entire East Coast and especially the Carolinas need to keep a watchful eye on Maria over the next couple of days. Tom.
Rob Marciano for us tonight. Rob, you and your team stay safe. Thank you. That new hurricane bearing down on the storm-ravaged Caribbean as residents still reeling from the vicious damage from previous storms, scrambling for food, clean water, and power. Can they handle another major hurricane? ABC's David Wright reports from hard-hit St. Martin.
Tonight, the Caribbean is bracing for its second major hurricane in 2 weeks. For some islands, an unprecedented blow.
I mean, wow, look at this.
On St. Martin, we saw firsthand the devastation that Irma caused.
These are sizable yachts, and yet to the storm, they might as well have been tinker toys. On this dock alone, millions of dollars in damage.
Many on the island have no power, no clean water, and no gas for the generators. Relief supplies are getting in.
Strong man.
Thank you very much.
But the demand is huge. The idea of facing another hurricane with no roof overhead, that's not very enticing. Jeffrey Sokrin is an American we met who lives on St. Martin. We caught up with him by phone again today.
Any type of rain, any type of wind that we have as a result of Maria will devastate those that are already devastated further.
The exodus that began on these islands after Irma has now kicked into overdrive. But for many, it's too late. On St. Croix, Ashley Buzianis and her family are getting out.
Just in that hour after we booked our flight, the remainder of the flights before Wednesday sold out. So there's literally nothing left as of last night.
For the thousands who can't flee,
but we're going to make it through, man. We're strong people. So one day we must rise again.
This tropical paradise is becoming a living hell. David Wright, ABC News, St. Martin.
We thank David for that report. Now to the Florida Keys. Some residents returning to ruins today. Many getting their first opportunity to witness the extent of the hurricane damage there. The stunning losses coming into vivid focus for so many families tonight. ABC's Victor Okendo is there.
Tonight, a heartbreaking homecoming for thousands, seeing the utter devastation up close for the first time. The displaced lining up for miles. Authorities reopening the Florida Keys today from Marathon to Key West. FEMA warning basically every house there was impacted. We drove in with Dean Madison, just one of many, terrified he's lost everything.
That whole corner of the house just came off. And
debris everywhere. The entire side of his home ripped off, the kitchen exposed.
the top floor was just a master bedroom suite, and that was a deck off the master bedroom.
Inside Dean's home, a wasteland. The living room blown apart.
Oh, wow.
What's this like for you to see it like this?
It's heartbreaking.
His bedroom gone, its insulation blown out. Hurricane Irma made landfall right here in Cudjoe Key with sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. As you look above from our drone, you can see houses battered, roofs ripped apart, and down the canal, one neighbor says boats were bouncing around like ping pong balls during the storm. Those who stayed behind suffering in 90-degree heat without air conditioning, drinkable water, or electricity. More than 17,000 in the Keys still without power, more than 600,000 throughout the state.
We should have evacuated, but we thought we would be okay, but it's just...
Officials warning those returning the Florida Keys are a virtual war zone.
Bring your supplies, bring your water. It's going to get worse in the next few days. So just be self-sufficient.
What's left behind, a solemn reminder of the long road ahead.
And Victor Okendo joins us live now. Victor, we know you're in front of a home that's just absolutely devastated. Officials there are telling residents they are on their own. How long do they expect to be living that way?
Well, Tom, for some who came home to face their worst fears, then their houses were completely destroyed. That process will obviously take much longer, but for others who were luckier, they're hoping to have power restored by the end of the week, except for a few small pockets. Tom?
That would be a big plus if they can get that power back on. All right, Victor, thanks so much. Next to Louisiana, where we're following a developing story, police are saying tonight there's a strong possibility that 2 deadly shootings there were racially motivated. ABC's Adrian Bankert with the latest.
2 men ambushed, killed in the street in what appears to be a random shooting. Tonight, investigators say it's possible the murders were racially motivated. Police stress they're looking into other motives, but confirm they're questioning Kenneth Gleason, calling him a person of interest. The 23-year-old in custody on drug charges.
There are some similarities to those 2 shootings.
Authorities in Baton Rouge say it all started Tuesday. A homeless man, Bruce Cofield, is killed. 2 days later, and just 5 miles away, Donald Smart gunned down while walking to work at a cafe near LSU.
I just got out of my car and I heard about 10, 11 shots.
Authorities say shell casings found at both crime scenes were a match, and in both cases, the shooter got out of his car, firing on the victims multiple times. Family members of Donald Smart describing the father of 3 as hardworking.
It's mind-boggling for somebody to take a person's life like that. He was a good man.
Tom, Gleason has yet to appear in court on those drug charges. As for the city that is still healing from the violence from just 1 year ago, a black man killed by police and 3 white officers assassinated, this story is painfully familiar. Tom?
Adrian Bankert for us tonight. Adrian, thank you. Let's head overseas now. What we're learning tonight about that subway bombing in London. Tonight we have new surveillance video that's just come in, and now the arrest of a second suspect in the attack that terrorized morning commuters. Here's ABC's Ian Pannell.
Tonight, a second arrest made after that subway bombing, suggesting the attacker wasn't acting alone. A 21-year-old man taken by anti-terrorism police just before midnight.
Aerial footage showing police securing a home in West London just a few hundred feet from Heathrow Airport.
It comes after an 18-year-old was arrested Saturday in the port city of Dover. Investigators calling that development significant.
He was arrested on suspicion of being concerned in the commission, preparation or instigation of acts of terrorism.
Tonight, he's being questioned in London. Police connecting the teenager's arrest to this operation hours earlier. Officers swooping into this normally peaceful neighbourhood in southwest London. Neighbours in the area given just 2 minutes to leave their homes for their own safety as police moved in.
I was scared, to be honest. I was really scared.
Major surveillance video emerging from the morning of the attack, showing a man leaving a house later raided by counter-terrorism police. carrying the exact same type of shopping bag used to hide the bomb.
ABC News learning the homemade device detonated at Parsons Green, injuring 30, contained TATP, an explosive made from hydrogen peroxide commonly sold as hair bleach and other chemicals. It's a highly unstable compound that's been used in terror attacks before, from Paris to Brussels, including the Manchester Ariana Grande concert bombing that killed 22.
So tonight, the terror threat level has been lowered from critical to severe, which still means the police here think another attack highly likely, as commuters prepare to get on the same subway trains going to work and going to school tomorrow morning. Tom.
No doubt they will be on edge. All right, Ian, thanks so much. Let's turn to politics now. President Trump in New York City tonight in advance of his first address to the United Nations coming up on Tuesday. Issues like climate change and North Korea taking center stage as foreign leaders gather for the annual UN General Assembly. The big week kicking off with some controversial tweets from our president. ABC's Gloria Rivera near Trump Tower tonight.
Tonight, President Trump arriving in New York ahead of his first UN General Assembly meeting after a flurry of tweets earlier today. Retweeting this doctored video appearing to show Trump hitting a golf ball into Hillary Clinton's back, causing her to fall, from an account that has posted anti-Semitic comments in the past. Tonight, no comment from the White House. Trump also tweeting about his call with South Korea's president on North Korea's recent missile launch. Asked him how Rocket Man is doing. Long lines forming in North Korea. Too bad. Trump has called the UN weak, incompetent, and just a club for people to get together, talk, and have a good time. Trump, known for his America First platform, is calling for significant reform at the UN, which advocates a world-first agenda. The U.S. bankrolls 25% of the UN's budget. Trump wants that slashed. As the president prepares to address 193 nations, on the top of his agenda, how to handle North Korea's series of missile launches and that nuclear test, its biggest yet.
So you're saying that if he doesn't give up those nuclear weapons, the president will strike?
He's been very clear about that all options are on the table.
The Paris Climate Agreement is also expected to be discussed. Today, the White House addressing a recent report suggesting the president may not withdraw after all.
So it is possible the United States would stay in if you can get a new agreement?
If there's an agreement that benefits the American people, certainly.
And Gloria Rivera joins us live just outside of Trump Tower. Gloria, we know the president will be there, but there are some key players who will not be attending this meeting at the UN.
Tom, we do not anticipate seeing either Russia's President Vladimir Putin or China's President Xi Jinping. Both of those leaders so key in applying pressure on North Korea, but the president will not have the chance to make his case personally for harsher sanctions voted down so recently at the UN. Tom?
Two big names skipping out this week. All right, Gloria, thank you. Tonight, we're also monitoring developments out of St. Louis. Another intensely confrontational night is feared after several evenings of protest, violence, and arrests. ABC's Kenneth Moten is there with more.
Tonight, St. Louis on edge. A third night of protests is shutting down the heart of the city. This weekend, violent clashes with police.
The unruly crowd became a mob.
Nearly a dozen officers injured, more than 40 people arrested. Storefronts destroyed. Even the mayor's house vandalized with paint and attacked with rocks. The violence sparked by a judge's decision Friday to acquit white police officer Jason Stockley in the 2011 killing of a black man, Lamar Smith.
The protests in the city have been peaceful during the day, but at night, these demonstrators go home, and police say a small group of troublemakers moves in.
In this popular shopping district, businesses like Eleanor Reuter's 30-year-old art gallery are replacing broken windows.
We're going to take care of it. I'm going to take care of it.
Tonight, members of the community are understanding about the protest, but not the violence.
They have a right to protest, but protest like peacefully. There is nothing to do with the small businesses.
Tom, these peaceful protesters say the point is to disrupt, to bring attention. Tomorrow they plan to march and shut down streets during the morning and evening commutes. Tom?
Kenneth Moten reporting from St. Louis tonight. Kenneth, thank you. There's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Sunday. A carnival worker, take a look at this, trying to save two children from a ride, losing his footing. It's all caught on camera. The urgent rescue coming up. Plus, 4 college students studying abroad, boarding a train in France when suddenly they're sprayed with acid in the face. A suspect now in custody. And comedian Kevin Hart, the reported victim of an extortion plot. Details ahead.
This is ABC World News Tonight, brought to you by Dr. Scholl's Custom Fit Orthotics.